The third principle of quantum consciousness: masculine and feminine polarities in all systems. 1. The universe is structured in dual currents. Everything in creation unfolds through the tension and dance of polarities, not in conflict, but in complement. In quantum consciousness, the masculine and feminine are not genders. They are directional forces embedded in the very fabric of reality. The masculine expands outward, initiative, action, projection. The feminine draws inward, reception, integration, nourishment. These two currents generate the friction that sustains life. Every breath you take, inhale and exhale, is this polarity. Every heartbeat, contract and release, is this polarity. It's not philosophy, it's physics, behavior, biology, and emotion. 2. Every individual contains both forces. The myth that masculine and feminine belong to men and women respectively has disempowered generations. In truth, every person contains both forces, yin and yang, action and stillness, solar and lunar. A woman initiating a business is in her masculine. A man holding emotional space is in his feminine. The conscious individual doesn't suppress one for the sake of the other. They cultivate both. You cannot truly express your strength without depth. You cannot deeply nurture without decisive power. Integration is the key. Internal imbalance creates external conflict. When these polarities are not in balance within, they express dysfunction without. A person stuck in over-masculine drive becomes aggressive, rigid, disconnected. One trapped in over-feminine receptivity becomes passive, self-abandoning, and indecisive. This plays out in relationships where people unconsciously attract their opposite to compensate for inner imbalance. The work is not to change your partner, it's to harmonize your own energies. When internal equilibrium is restored, external dynamics often resolve without a word. 4. Human relationships as energy dances. All relationships are dances of polarity. Think of a conversation. One person speaks masculine, the other listens feminine. Then they switch. When two people stay stuck in the same pole, both talking, both retreating, frustration builds. When the dance flows, give and receive, act and reflect, relationships feel electric, alive. Romantic chemistry especially hinges on this polarity. It's not about domination or submission, it's about dynamic energy play. The attraction exists not in sameness, but in balanced opposition. 5. Societal structures reflect energetic dominance. Societies dominated by masculine energy glorify speed, achievement, logic, conquest. Feminine energy, intuition, slowness, care, emotional intelligence gets sidelined. The result? Burnout, disconnection, environmental crisis, and fragile egos masked by overperformance. The imbalance isn't just personal, it's cultural. A return to equilibrium doesn't mean reversing roles, it means redesigning systems to value both energies equally. The future doesn't belong to the feminine or the masculine, it belongs to the integrated. 6. Example, redefining success through integration. Consider someone chasing success purely through masculine energy, working long hours, setting rigid goals, crushing deadlines. They may achieve results, but at the cost of joy, health, and depth. If that person integrated feminine energy, rest, reflection, intuition, they'd likely work smarter, not harder. They might slow down long enough to sense the right opportunity instead of chasing every one. Success then becomes sustainable, like meaningful, not just output, but fulfillment. The masculine builds the tower, the feminine decides where to build it. Creativity as the sacred union of polarities. Every act of creation mirrors the masculine-feminine principle. The masculine provides the idea, the spark, the structure. The feminine holds the space, nurtures it, allows gestation. Writing, painting, problem-solving, parenting, it all requires both. Too much structure and the work is soulless. Too much flow and it never completes. The artist must set a container, masculine, and allow emotion to pour through, feminine. The mystic must feel divine inspiration, feminine, and discipline the practice, masculine. Creation is the child of balance. 8. Healing through polarity awareness. When people feel stuck, chaotic, or anxious, they're often caught in energetic imbalance. Someone overwhelmed may be drowning in the feminine, too much feeling, not enough grounding. Another may feel emotionally numb, stuck in masculine armor with no space to breathe. The healing lies in calling forth the missing polarity. Action needs reflection. Expression needs containment. Anger needs tenderness. Silence needs assertion. Through polarity awareness, we stop pathologizing ourselves and start correcting the inner charge. 9. The awakened self as a fluid polarity player. The awakened individual is not identified with a fixed pole. They become a fluid player of energies. In moments of urgency, they rise in masculine clarity. In moments of care, they soften into feminine wisdom. They can speak with power and listen with presence. They can lead without dominating and follow without collapsing. This balance isn't a performance, it's embodiment. When masculine and feminine are not enemies but lovers within, the outer world reflects that union. In such a person, polarity is no longer attention, it becomes grace.